Welcome to Court Helicopter News. And the question that after yesterday's episode, where we dealt with the question of deporting a foreigner who abused and spit to a police woman in Kenya, then the question is, what is the difference between deportation and extradition? The law on extradition is found in chapter 76. The law on extradition is found in chapter 76 of the laws of Kenya. Deportation is when somebody makes a mistake when he's in this country. Then you deport him to his country. The mistake was committed here. The offense was committed in Kenya. In extradition, here somebody committed an offense outside. He killed somebody in America. He did money laundering in Europe. He did child pornography in Switzerland. So the offense, the difference between deportation and extradition is that deportation is when somebody makes an offense, as we discussed yesterday. Extradition under Section 76 is where a country where the offense was committed will request another country to bring that person and take him to that country. So, welcome to Court Helicopter News, where we are explaining extradition. Extradition falls under the jurisdiction of the Director of Public Prosecution. You have seen already, for example, the military officer, the UK military man who killed our own daughter in Nanyuki. Kenya has filed an extradition proceedings. It started from the High Court here in Kenya because the offense was committed here and the person ran away to UK. So the DPP goes to a court of the laws, the court in Kenya makes an extradition application. Once that is done, the process goes to the court, and once the court agrees on the following reasons, that one, the offense actually was committed in Kenya or it was committed in UK, that court must be satisfied that the offense was committed. Two, the person who committed that offense is known and he has run out of the country to another country. So the warrants will be sought. These are warrants for extradition. They are not warrants for arrests. Warrants of extradition are different from warrants of arrest. The warrants of extradition, once they have been issued, they operate as a warrant of arrest. That person will be arrested and be taken to court, a court where he is. If it is America that has sent a request for extradition, that of an American citizen who has come hiding here, that person will be arrested. He will be arraigned in court, in a magistrate's court or in the High Court. Extradition majorly is a magistrate's proceedings. The person will be given the reasons as to why he is required. If there was trial in his absence in America, in UK, in Spain, in Canada, in Tanzania, in another country, those proceedings will be brought before a magistrate's court in Kenya. The judgment or the ruling must be attached in the extradition proceedings. So this person will be given a room to defend himself why he should not be deported, why he should not be extradited. The proceedings are conducted, and if the magistrate's court in Kenya or if any judicial court in the whole world is satisfied that indeed the offense committed falls under the offenses that are in the category of being extradited. The law, the Commonwealth countries have defined which offenses can lead to one being extradited. If it falls there, then the court makes a finding that this person must be extradited to his country. He can appeal the decision of the magistrate. He can still go to the High Court and challenge the decision of extradition. He can still go to the Court of Appeal and challenge the process of extradition. And lastly, the Supreme Court. A case in mind is the former Kenya Power boss, James Gishuru, and the former cabinet minister, Okemo. They were supposed to be extradited out of the country. That process is still in court. The lower court agreed they be extradited. They challenged it in the High Court. They went to the Court of Appeal, and it is still proceeding until the provisions of the constitutional safeguards are committed. So, the answer is deportation is different from extradition. Deportation mostly is an administrative government process where it is the Minister for Interior who signs warrants to deport somebody. While in extradition, it is a court process. It is a judicial process where people are given time to defend themselves, and if they lose, they are extradited. If they win the case, then the courts will stop that process of extradition. So the question is, Justice Mteti has given an extradition order to bring the Muzungu who allegedly murdered one of our ladies in Nanyuki. Will this foreigner go to the courts in UK and challenge that? Definitely. And the process might be as long as the same process in this country where Okemo and Gishuru have not been extradited because the judicial processes have not been exhausted. So, Court Helicopter News has brought you the difference between deportation and extradition. Continue watching our favorite channel that teaches you the law, not what people talk outside. And that is why this explainer always says, but what is the law? Yes, we hear stories, but what is the law? Today you know the law of extradition and the difference between extradition and deportation. Wakili Danstan Omari. Thank you very much. Be very careful. Don't be deported and don't go the line of being extradited. It is safer to avoid committing offenses that can deport you or that can be used to extradite you. Thank you and see you next week.